What about Ireland? They've had a fantastic start, and they're knocking on the door now of Test status and being, hopefully, becoming one of the major players and forces in world cricket.
Yes, they are, and I think it's fantastic. I mean, I was involved when I was at Middlesex with one or two people like Ed Joyce, and saw a very young Owen Morgan at one stage, and a Boyd Ranking too. So you see all these guys coming through the Irish system. And you go to Malahide now and look at the wonderful ground they've developed there, and you see the people they're employing to actually push Irish cricket through. And Simo's done a great job as coach, and he's a guy with a big heart, big passion for cricket, and it's sort of interesting to see where they've gone. And they're fighters. They get up and fight, Ireland, and they really will fight hard, and they'll try and do the best they can through. But, Doctoral, lovely, fantastic bowler. And, Sterling. You can go through the whole lot. Most of them play county cricket now, and that's obviously helped them. It might be that in order to progress Ireland into Test cricket, they might have to try and somehow get into a county championship somehow. I don't know, but it's something that they've often talked about. But in order to get that progression and that sort of, if you like, practice for a lot of other players, that might be the way to go.
I mean, it's really good, obviously, to see them playing, and also Afghanistan in the World Cup finals as well. Do you think it's wrong that the ICC sort of the next World Cup's going to have only 10 countries playing in it?
Well, look, I mean, it is one, obviously, Afghanistan. When you think of the history behind that, the MCC started off and gave them some support, and it just really took off. And having the right people, right places, and the passion again for the game. It was great to see another nation come through from a standing start almost. The other two, Bangladesh and Zimbabwe, are still battling to try and get up to a certain level. UAE have got in this time, so that's good too. They're sort of emerging through that system. But there are lots of others underneath that are really coming along nicely as well. So is it sad not to see them in? I suppose it is in one respect, but then you might say, are there going to be dead games? They possibly might not be, hopefully. But I think when we had the 10 teams in the ICC trophy last time here in the UK, some of the cricket was fantastic all the way through, and the quality was good, and it was in a short period of time. Some of the competitions go, I think, a little too long, and but on the other hand, you've got to try and promote obviously some of the minor counties. But as we all know, the T20 World Cup's going to include all of them.
Absolutely, and I think going forward, I think world cricket has got to try and embrace more countries coming into the competitions.
Well, yes, I mean you do if they've got the right ability to improve. I mean, there's no, we have a obviously. Our job is to try and get as many people in, but at the same time we need to keep the quality high, we need to keep the standard high, we need to keep people aiming for high standards, and I think that Ireland are on the way to doing that, and Scotland are on the journey too. Some fall by the wayside, but as I say, it's something that we need to keep the quality really high at the top, because that's what you need.